did carnivore or tried it, and it's Michael Simon's Carnivore. And let's see if it says where it's written, like 20 something. And so this was a funny find afterwards, 2012. So that's cool. That's a good list of recipes.
What's happening? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear more about. Love ya. Bye.
We're going over these books. So I got this book for Christmas like years before I did carnivore or tried it, and it's Michael Simon's Carnivore. And let's see if it says where it's written, like 20 something. And so this was a funny find afterwards, 2012. So that's cool. That's a good list of recipes. Tons of recipes online on here on YouTube or whatever. Okay, so then there's Dr. Paul Saladino. You may have seen him on the national news recently, or on your YouTube feed advertising. Carnivore Code, great book. All these, I mean, just get as much information. All these books and all this info is all like literally online for free. These people seem to give anywhere between like 60 to 95% of their knowledge for free on YouTube or whatever other platform you want to follow. I don't know what other platform offers as long of videos, right? So hours and hours of long videos explaining in detail, and then you can go search what they're saying. Lies my doctor told me. These are the only reason why I only got these two books and not more is because they were sold out of Dr. Baker's book. Um, this is Dr. Ken Berry. He does Monday Night Live, where he goes over, I mean, all this sort of stuff. And his wife's there as well. And it's just, it's authentic. I am not a doctor, which is why I go to doctors. I'm certified from Rivero in low carb, low sugar, low processed foods and fasting. Um, yeah, have fun, be creative, and I would shop, grocery shop, make a list, go grocery shopping, fill up on all the good stuff, bring it home, and then empty the fridge and freezer, take all the bad stuff and throw it in the trash. Um, Shop for a heavy cream, half and half, hard cheeses. Again, if you like these things, hard cheeses, the harder the better. The softer the cheese, the less great it may be for your digestive system. I don't really know. You know, it's just like let's eliminate everything that could possibly be causing whatever I'm dealing with, and then we can slowly but surely add things in as I'm experimenting with stuff. It's not going to be bad, but you'll be in a oh yeah, the meat, if you buy it, hard cheeses, they're not things that are like perishable. As long as you freeze them, they don't go bad. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to go bad. You're going to eat them anyway over the next 6 months or whatever, and you're going to save a lot of money, whether it's because you are buying a large I'm buying the rack of steak versus just buying the um four slices that they cut for me. Or you're gonna save also a lot of money because you're not buying processed foods any longer. And you're fuller. You're eating less food and yet you're more full, more satisfied, more satiated. If you're taking a prescription, doing more than a week of this, you may find that you want to talk to your doctor about replacing your medications with nutrition. I'm not the doctor. Have that conversation with them. I told my doctor I was taking medicine for ADHD, and I said, "Look, I'm looking for something right now. I'm looking to wean off this by the end of the year." And within 6 months, I was off of that medicine and purely on the medicine that nature provides us. And in regards to the emissions, it's like 1.5% of the total emissions come from cattle farming. So by migration corridors and ranges that we can, range the animals on, and diversifying cattle, not to mention just diversifying farming of planting of foods, but um, cattle, goat, lamb, um, bison, buffalo. Um, I mean, there's plenty of recipes out there to find what is likable for you. Spices. let's see, my network is mostly oh yeah, so create your network, your build your network before you build your business. Same thing, build your network before you build your healthcare plan, let's say. Check out our other videos for pain going from the neck all the way down to the feet, or ankles really. I don't know if it does. Yeah, I'm sure it would play a little bit into the foot pain, but so my network is mostly online creators. I mean, these are the top people in the industry. Whatever it is that you're looking to find out, the top people in the industry are going to have the highest ranking thing on, I mean, social, but really as far as a search engine is concerned. So the top thing on Yahoo or Bing or Google or YouTube or whatever it is. YouTube is not a search social media platform, it's a search engine. Um, so you want to build your network and then find someone that can be your coach. And for me, generally, that person is, aside from some of the other videos where we touch on this stuff, is someone that, like, once I have the basis of those things and that direct coaching where I can have a conversation with people about what I'm dealing with and not just, keep it in my head or just write it down or just tell one person that doesn't really know what they're doing, as far as, deep life concerns. Anyway, I have a coach. So my coach was originally the this organization, and now that I've got everything I needed from that organization, now my coach is these online people that seem to have the highest number of views and they check out. So not only does their what they're saying check out when I search, oh, is this true what they're saying? Comes out to be true, but also testing on myself. I would never talk about anything that I haven't tested thoroughly on myself first. So if it works from both this expert and, whatever the comments in the video or whatever, and it checks out from my third party research, from credible sources, tons of them, and it checks out from my experiments on myself, then all right, that's like that's all I need, whatever works for me, you know what I mean? So, but if you haven't done those things, if you haven't built the network, if you don't have a coach, if you aren't open-minded to learning new information that sort of shocks or does violence to the information that you already know to be true, then that would, I mean, prevent you from sometimes even finding that network or that coach to begin with. Separate from the coach, or maybe similar, you want to have a mentor. So, there's a variety of definitions. You can look up the definition of coach and the definition of mentor, and that'll tell you exactly, the differences between the two. But a running mate, have someone that you can compete with and have fun with while you're both losing, whatever it is together. So for me, it's like losing the acne. For someone else, it might be losing the weight. For someone else, it might be this or that. So I have running mates, a support group. That's what I love about this Monday Night Live with Ken Berry and his wife. And it's it's live chat about this thing that we're dealing with health wise. So it's and then I can join their upper levels or whatever like that. But and then vent partners, have someone that you can vent to, and yeah, I mean, ideally it's an actual person. And I'm really finding that now that I know all these things that I know, as far as, check out some of the other videos, but um some vent partners don't get what I get, so that they don't, like, they just might get angry if I'm angry, you know what I mean, or upset or something. Like, not that that happens. That's a silly example, but my point is that if they don't know certain other things or they're challenged with certain other things, like, I don't know. I just look at that. So anyway, my point is that I'm finding personally that AI has been some of the best vent partners, where I type in a very thorough, detailed question that yeah, that I'm thinking about or whatever. And sometimes it seems to be that, I mean, it's crawling the web like a tarantula, giving you all that stuff compiled into one. And it's the Kenny Brooks. And it's able to give really detailed answers. Like, the only example I can well, second, no, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the only example I can think of is, my father-in-law passed away, and I was a primary caretaker of his, and I felt responsible for it. And I mean, I felt responsible for the same thing with my father, but at least I was sure that I had all the conversations that I knew to have at that point in time. Um, to be able to have him live longer or whatever. But anyway, so I felt responsible for it. So I typed in like, do caretakers feel responsible for the person that they were caretaking for passing away sometimes? And it yeah, it just gave me a really, really detailed answer of how how common it was. I can't, I'm not a therapist or anything like that, so I'm not gonna attempt to recreate the wisdom that I was given from just thoroughly Google searching something. I mean, it used to be I could search something and then comb through all the different websites and see and kind of formulate the answer together. So it's nice that that's a little faster. And then used to be before that, I go to the like the Dewey Decimal System and I'm coming through to find out, different books that give me the solutions that I'm looking for. So um and I'm trying to think of before Dewey Decimal System, we just talked to people, you know what I mean? Or just relied on the Bible or whatever. But yeah, I hope this video finds you well. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Peace, love. Um, and this is the most biblical diet. Um, and I understand a lot of people are like, oh, well, like no processed foods is good, but like as it has to be so crazy. I mean, like whole vaccination thing, like we can't assume that just by not vaccinating that would be the only piece of that puzzle of having a healthy child. Like, you know, I won't comment on, it's nutrition's so important, like the nutrition of the mother, the nutrition of the child, the what is in any of the foods that, our children have been eating over the past while for the majority of us. You know what I mean? I'm sure I know that there's some people that have eaten extremely, extremely clean, and there's never been a law that I can't advertise an unhealthy piece of food as nutritional just because. It follows the My Plate, which we had before the new food guide pyramid, or the food guide pyramid which we had before My Plate. My Plate was 2012. So, people are like, oh, well, like they lied to us about the food guide pyramid. It's like, yeah, that's why they changed it in 2012. Okay, great. So anyway, but I could claim that this is you see healthy so and so. You'll see this all over the grocery store. Look around. You'll see healthy this or low fat that or whatever it is, and it's all advertising and Edward Bernays propaganda. I love Edward Bernays. Um and his information is important for us to know. um and that's the other thing. All these people wrote down everything, and it's just a lot of people didn't read all the writing. It was impossible. You had to be super wealthy to read all the books back in the day. um but now we don't have an excuse. I mean, most of the books are online for free on audio, so you don't even have to read them anymore. Um, I don't need a visual to read me a book on YouTube or whatever. I mean, I paid for Audible and got a bunch of books on that aren't available on YouTube, but the majority of them, at least the reviews of them and like the synopsis of them, are on YouTube, online for free. And it's the first time ever that everybody, at least in the US, I believe, has at least dial-up internet at this point, if not enough of a speed where you can watch the video without it lagging or whatever like that. So this is the first time in the world that everybody has all had the final equal playing field. Anyway, peace. Bye-bye. See ya. We'll talk soon.
Great day to you. Like and subscribe. Peace.